In a time long ago, the lands of Persia and Arabia were ruled by mighty kings and queens, each with their own kingdoms and ambitions. Among them stood the renowned King Cyrus of Persia, a man of unmatched intelligence and cunning. His desire for power and control knew no bounds, and he set his eyes on expanding his dominion over the neighboring Arabian kingdoms. In the vast expanse of the Arabian desert, there lived a wise and benevolent queen named Fatima, who ruled the Kingdom of Oasis. Her realm was a paradise amidst the arid sands, blessed with abundant resources and the loyalty of her subjects. Queen Fatima was known far and wide for her kindness and wisdom, but she had always steered clear of conflicts and wars, focusing instead on nurturing her kingdom and its people. As King Cyrus's ambitions grew, he devised a shrewd plan to bring the Arabian kingdoms under his rule. He dispatched messengers bearing lavish gifts and sweet words to each ruler, proposing alliances and peaceful annexations. Though many resisted at first, the allure of the Persians' riches and power eventually lured some Arabian kings to submit, seeking the promised prosperity under King Cyrus's banner. However, Queen Fatima, discerning the true intentions behind these tempting offers, declined the king's proposal. She knew the value of her people's independence and the price they would pay should they lose it. Her defiance did not sit well with King Cyrus, who saw it as a threat to his dominion. Determined to bend Queen Fatima to his will, he began plotting her downfall. Unbeknownst to the other Arabian rulers, King Cyrus had forged alliances with some of their own, tempting them with promises of riches and influence should they assist him in his conquest of Queen Fatima's Kingdom of Oasis. These traitors, blinded by the lust for power, agreed to support the Persian forces when the time was right. When the day of reckoning arrived, the desert winds carried with them the ominous signs of impending doom. King Cyrus's armies marched towards the Kingdom of Oasis, their numbers bolstered by the traitorous Arabian forces. The peaceful oasis trembled under the looming shadows of war. Faced with this menacing threat, Queen Fatima rallied her people, drawing upon their unwavering loyalty and courage. Though outnumbered, her warriors fought valiantly, showing the true strength of unity and love for their homeland. The battle raged for days, turning the once green oasis into a battlefield of destruction. In the midst of the chaos, the traitorous Arabian kings and queens began to question their choices. They saw the devastation they had caused, all for the pursuit of power and prestige. Doubt gnawed at their hearts as they realized the price they had paid was far too steep. At last, as the winds of war began to settle, Queen Fatima stood defiant against the invaders, her kingdom battered but unbowed. The Arabian kings and queens who had once allied with King Cyrus felt a surge of remorse, recognizing the folly of their actions. They turned against their former ally, condemning his ruthless quest for power. Seeing the consequences of his actions, even King Cyrus began to question the price of his ambition. The lands he had conquered were now filled with suffering, and he felt the weight of responsibility for the ruin he had caused. In the eyes of the world, he may have been a conqueror, but in his heart, he knew he was but a slave to his own desire for power. In the aftermath of the war, peace returned to the Arabian kingdoms, but the scars of conflict remained. The story of King Cyrus and the Arabian kings and queens became a cautionary tale, a reminder that power can corrupt even the noblest of hearts. The Kingdom of Oasis thrived once more under the wise and compassionate rule of Queen Fatima, while King Cyrus retreated to his palace, haunted by the ghosts of his conquests. The once great king became a recluse, reflecting on the lessons he had learned too late. The life lesson of power and its consequences echoed through the ages, shared by bards and storytellers. People learned that power, unchecked and untempered by compassion and wisdom, could lead to ruin and despair. The story of King Cyrus and the Arabian kings and queens was etched into history, not as a glorification of conquest, but as a cautionary tale, reminding humanity to embrace empathy, humility, and love for their fellow beings. If you enjoyed this tale of power and its transformative effects, I invite you to like, share, and subscribe to more stories that explore the complexities of human nature, the triumphs of compassion, and the perils of unchecked ambition. Together, let us embark on a journey through the boundless realms of imagination, seeking inspiration and wisdom from the tales of old.